Hey everyone, welcome to part 3 of our Python OOP series. In part 1, we created RPG characters like Warrior and a skeleton with classes. In part 2, we protected their data with encapsulation. Today, we are diving into inheritance to craft specialized characters like turning a character into a mage. Let's first grasp the theory, then dive into practical example. So what's inheritance? Inheritance allows us to create subclasses to inherit attributes and methods from a parent class, so we don't have to redefine everything from scratch and just use them. Hence, it promotes code reuse, reducing duplication, and makes it easier for us to code. By doing this, it can extend or modify inherited behavior for specialized roles. For our case, it was an RPG game, so we can create a mage class, an archer class, and so on for our specialized roles of our characters. In Python, a subclass is defined with a parent class in parentheses, uses super to call parent methods, and can override them for custom behavior. You might want to add custom attributes or methods to your new class, say subclass. You can just define it and start using it. Let's continue with our example from the previous video. So everyone, we have our previous example here. As you can see, our class is defined and health attribute is protected. So we can continue from here and define a mage subclass using character class. So let's define our mage class mage. You will just type it inside the parentheses. So just type character you are now inheriting from this class, and this is your base class or parent class. Just after that, use colon and define its constructor just like base class. So define init self name health strength. So far it's same, but let's add mana. So mana, you might have heard, is typically used for mates in games. So it's an ability to cast spell or inflict damage on the enemy. Or maybe we can say capacity. So if your mana point is too low, cannot cast spell or inflict damage. After that, we must call init function of the parent class. So we can use super as we mentioned earlier dot init. We will use the same parameters as the base class, so name health. So name health and strength will be same, but after that we will assign self.mana here. Since the superclass includes these attributes, we are passing them and we are assigning mana later, which is specific for our new class. So we are done. Let's create a mage. Mage equals mage, name mage, 50, strength 20, and mana, let's say 10. And after this, we can print info about that. Print mage.display info. So if I run this, you can see mage with 50 health points and 20 strength. Now let's customize it by adding a mana restriction. Let's define attack again. So you can define this method again, and it's called method overriding. With the same name, you can define the method here in our subclass and make it a special function according to your needs. You can say if self.mana greater than equal to 10, self.mana minus equals 10, and we can use target.take damage. So target.take damage self.strength and return a formatted string self.name inflicted self.strength damage on target dot name, and let's set its indentation because else we will return it failed. Turn have not enough mana, so self dot mana MP. And let's try to attack skeleton using Mage. Initiate our first attack, print Mage dot attack enemy, and after that attack again Mage dot attack enemy and run it. Why it failed? So you had to use super call or name mangling because it's a private method, so you cannot access it that easily from the outside. So I am going to change it to super dot attack target, and let's run it again. As you can see, it says mage inflicted 20 damage on skeleton, and after that it says not enough mana. You can also use super call in functions like display info. If you can see, we displayed mage info using classical info of our character class, but we can specialize it too. So let's define def display info. It already has a function like that, as you can see, so we can just use that. We will type parent info equals super dot display info. So it will return our base string like this, and after that we will return formatted string consisting of parent info and in addition to that mana. So type self dot mana and we can view mana points. And let's run all of this again. As you can see, it printed out HP, STR, and mana together. And we customized our display info function. So everyone, that's all for this video. Now it's your turn. Try creating your own subclass like Archer or Healer, override and extend methods, and use protected attributes. We learned that inheritance reuses parent class code in subclasses, method overriding customizes subclass actions, and supercall extends parent methods efficiently. In part 4, we will explore polymorphism to make our characters battle in unique ways. Subscribe and join the quest and like our video if you enjoyed. Have a nice day.